Hey friends, welcome back. I am in the beautiful Main Street Yoga studio today, and this is going to be just a quick Vinyasa practice. No Shavasana at the end, and we are going to get started standing today. So let's come to a mountain pose at the top of our mat here. If you have two blocks and you like to practice with two blocks, feel free to grab those. Other than that, no props are needed for this one. And let's just start in a mountain pose, starting to feel down into the feet. So maybe just spread the toes wide, feel down into the feet. Arms can come by your sides, palms facing away, and reaching down towards your mat. Draw your tailbone down towards your mat. And then finding a gaze in front of you, or maybe just softening your gaze. And just taking a moment to notice how you feel right here, right now. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and seal the lips. Nice deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through the nose. And just breathing just like that a few more times. Just arriving in your practice. And then whenever you're ready, let's bring hands to heart center. Take an inhale, reach up through the arms, and an exhale to soften the knees and forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Find a flat back here, some length in the spine. And an exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extend a mountain, maybe a little back bend. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms out to a T. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, soften the knees, forward fold. Plant the hands, step just the right foot back, lower that right knee. Come up onto your blocks here, find a low lunge. So if you don't have the blocks, that's totally fine. Maybe just hands to that left knee. Lengthen out that right leg. So that left knee can come past the left ankle. Take a few deep breaths here. And on your exhale, see if you can let the hips sink down a little bit more. And then we'll start to shift the weight back into the hips, start to straighten out that left leg. Find a little half split here. And just folding over that left leg to any amount. Inhale is going to draw us back forward. Bend that left knee. Come back to your low lunge. And exhale to find your half split, folding over that left leg. We'll do that one more time. Take an inhale. Come back to your low lunge. And exhale to find your half split. Let's take an inhale to come back to your low lunge. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. We're going to step forward to a forward fold. So nice easy forward fold here. Bend the knees generously, especially if your hamstrings are pretty tight. Inhale to a halfway lift. Find your flat back. Lengthen from tailbone to crown of the head. And then an exhale to soften your knees and forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Extend and mountain. Exhale, bend your knees, find a chair pose, sinking the hips down. Come back to your breath. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and forward fold there. Let's plant the hands on our blocks, and then we're going to step just the right foot back. Lower that right knee again, top of the right foot. Take an inhale to your low lunge. Release the exhale. This time, go ahead and tuck your right toes under, lift that right knee, find a pyramid pose. So more of a halfway lift pyramid pose here. So my hands are on the blocks, and I'm just sort of in this halfway lift here. Hip points are towards the front of your mat. Both toes are pointed towards the front of your mat there. Plant the left hand on your block or on the floor. Take an inhale, reach up through that right arm. And an exhale to set that right hand back down on the block. We're going to put a little micro bend in this right knee. Step forward, find an easy forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extend in mountain. Exhale to your chair pose. Bending the knees, sink those hips. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. And exhale, forward folds. Hands can come back to blocks if you would like. We're going to step the left foot back, lower that left knee, top of the left foot, and then just start to sink into your low lunge here. So right ankle can come past the right, or right knee can come past the right ankle. And just start to sink the hips down here. Using your exhales to soften a little bit around the hips to let you soften and sink. Sink the pelvis down. Few more breaths here. And then we're going to start to shift the weight back into the hips, straighten out that front leg, maybe a little fold over that right leg. And then coordinating this with our breath, let's take an inhale to come back to that low lunge. And an exhale to fold over that right leg, finding a half split. So it's an inhale to come back to your lunge, sink the hips. And an exhale to fold over that right leg to any amount there. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, come back to your low lunge. And exhale, finding your half split. Inhale, come back to your low lunge. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee. We're going to step forward to find a nice forward fold here. So easy forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extend in mountain. And exhale, sink the hips, bend the knees, find your chair pose. Let's stay here in our chair pose for a few breaths, maybe using your exhales to sink those hips down a little bit more. And on your next inhale, go ahead and straighten your legs, reach up towards the sky, maybe a little back bend. And exhale, soften your knees and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. If you have the blocks, go ahead and put your hands on the blocks. We're going to step this left foot back again, lower that left knee. Take an inhale in your low lunge. And just come back to sinking the hips down. Release the pelvis. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee, find a pyramid pose here. So halfway lift pyramid pose. Again, both toes pointed towards the front of the mat. So that automatically guides our hip points down, squares them down towards the mat. Finding this pyramid pose here. See if you can lengthen through the spine. Right hand plants on that block or down on your mat there. Take an inhale, reach up through that left arm. And an exhale, set that left hand back down on the block. Come back to your pyramid pose. Little micro bend in that left knee, steps forward to a nice forward fold. Blocks can go towards the front of your mat. Find a forward fold here, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank. Feel free to lower your knees here. We're taking an exhale to come all the way down. An inhale to peel up to a cobra pose, shoulders back and down. And an exhale to release all the way down. Inhale, push up into the hands, tabletop. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. So here in our downward dog, feel free to pedal out the feet. Maybe you bend the right knee while straightening out the left leg. Do it on the opposite side. Maybe even look under your armpits as you're bending your knees. And really rooting down through the palms of the hands to get that length in the spine that we're looking for. So let's find some stillness here in our downward dog. Take an inhale, float the right leg up, bend the right knee, and start to open up that right hip. And just feel that stretch along the front of the body, the right hip flexor perhaps. Come back to straightening that right leg. Take an inhale, look towards the front of your mat. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Inhale, come all the way up to warrior one. So both feet are planted, left toes pointed out a little bit, maybe about 45 degrees. Bend in that right knee. Come back to your breath. On your next exhale, bend the elbows, find cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, open out to warrior two. So nice warrior two. Think about heel to arch alignment here. Arms reaching out to a T. Maybe follow your gaze down the right fingertips. Inhale, reverse this warrior. And exhale, come to an extended side angle. Right arm to right thigh. Left arm can reach up and over into any amount. So maybe up overhead or just reaching up towards the sky. Come back to your breath. Inhale, reverse this warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring left hand to mat. Right arm reaches up, revolve, low lunge. Exhale, set the right hand down. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Nice and easy here. Inhale, float the left leg up. Bend that left knee, open through that left hip. Feel that stretch along the front of the body there. Come back to straightening that left leg. Take an inhale, look towards the front of your mat. Exhale, step that left foot through. We're setting up for warrior one on this side. Take an inhale, reach the arms up whenever you're ready. So feel free to make any adjustments here to get a nice warrior one stance. Right toes are pointed out a little bit, maybe about 45 degrees. Bend in that left knee. Take an inhale as you reach up. And exhale, bend the elbows. Find your cactus arms. Chest draws forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open out to a warrior two. Again, heel to arch alignment as you reach your arms out to a T. And really reaching through the arms, but not having the elbows go rigid here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, find extended side angle. Left arm to left thigh. Right arm reaches up towards the sky or up overhead. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Take another inhale here. And then exhale, right hand to the mat. Inhale, reach up through that left arm, finding a revolve low lunge. Take another inhale, come back to your breath. And exhale, left hand to the mat, left foot steps back, finding a downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, extend and mountain. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, soften your knees and forward fold. Plant the hands, step back to your plank. Feel free to lower those knees. We're taking an exhale to come all the way down. Inhale for your cobra pose. Exhale to release. Inhale, push up into the hands, tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here in our downward dog. And then an inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down to a tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take an inhale to extend the spine and an exhale for a child's pose. So here in our child's pose, feel free to bring knees together or knees wide. Maybe you sway a little bit back into the hips to wiggle back into the hips and start to settle into a child's pose. Now, arms reaching towards the front of your mat there, if that doesn't feel good in an extended child's pose, maybe you just bring hands stacked on top of each other, let your forehead rest down, finding more of a crocodile position here. Take an inhale as you expand through the side ribs, and an exhale to soften. Coming back to your breath. And on your next inhale, come back to tabletop just briefly. We're going to make our way to a seat and start to extend the right leg out towards the side, left foot to the inside of that right thigh. We're going to have our left hand behind us, and then taking an inhale, sweep that right arm up, lift the hips, and then an exhale to sit the hips back down. We're going to fold over that right leg on an exhale. So just going through this seated wild thing, but we're going to make this really slow and meditative. Almost sort of meditating in motion. So let's come back to an upright position. Plant that left hand. Take an inhale, sweep up. And exhale, set the hips down, fold over that right leg. And again, to any amount. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Come to an upright position. Plant the left hand. Take an inhale, sweep up. And exhale to set the hips back down. Find your fold over that right leg. Just feeling the breath along the back side of the body and that left arm. If it's stretching over that right leg, maybe feeling that stretch along this diagonal position. Up into that left armpit, perhaps. And let's come back to our upright position. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees can drape open to the sides. Wrapping your hands around your feet or your ankles, sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to hinge forward and find a nice little fold as you round your spine. And think about just letting your head be heavy here. So you can still keep your hands wrapped around your ankles or feet, but I find it easier to have my arms out in front of me just to help guide me into this seated forward fold here. Not going to your full range of motion, but just stopping to where you feel that connection along the back side of your body, maybe through the hips. Just noticing if you've gone a little too far or deep into your forward folds. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and walk the hands back towards our body, coming into an upright position. We're going to extend the left leg out to the side, right foot to the inside of that left thigh now. Right hand behind us. Let's take an inhale, sweep up through that left arm, lift the hips, and exhale, set the hips down, fold over that left leg. And let's come back to our upright position, plant that right hand. Inhale, sweep up through that left arm, lift the hips. Exhale, set the hips down, folding over that left leg. Again, just making this nice and slow and meditative like. We'll do that one more time. Come to your upright position, plant the right hand. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, sitting the hips down, folding over that left leg. And again, just to any amount there. Notice the breath along the back side of the body and stretching at this angle. And then the next time you take an inhale, just rising up nice and slow. And let's go ahead and plant the feet wider than our hips distance apart. Hands can go behind us. We just want to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And it doesn't have to look anything specific. It doesn't have to look the way that it looks on me. So just notice how it feels in your own body. Moving at a nice rhythm that works in your body right here, right now. So as I always like to say, just meet your body where it's at. We'll do this a few more times, side to side. And then whenever you're ready, let's come back to a seated cross-legged position. So you can cross your legs or maybe more of a Sukhasana seat with the right shin in front of the left shin. And then start to sit up nice and tall here. Take an inhale to extend through the spine and an exhale to twist to the right. So left hand to right knee or right thigh. Right hand is going to go behind us. Let's take another inhale to really sit up nice and tall. And then an exhale, maybe finding a little bit deeper of a twist. Feel free to look over that right shoulder and just enjoy this little bit of a spinal rotation here. A little bit of love for the spine. And I'm just using my right fingertips really as a kickstand so I don't collapse down into the chest. Being able to still breathe nice and easy though. On your next exhale, unwinding completely, come back to center. Maybe even roll the shoulders back a few times and then forward, shrugging the shoulders. And then let's come back to stillness in our seated position. Take an inhale to extend up through the spine. And exhale, just twisting towards the left. Find your right hand to your left knee or thigh. Left hand can go behind you. I'm just up on my left fingertips. Take an inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale to look over that left shoulder. Find your twist. Come right back to your breath and just notice if you can still breathe in a comfortable way. And we'll stay here for a few more breaths. And keeping the chest nice and lifted, spine tall. And then on your exhale, slowly unwinding from this twist, come back to center. Again, any movement through the shoulders. Maybe you want to just kind of circle around into the hips here. And then if you are making any circles here, feel free to circle the opposite way. And then whenever you're ready, we'll slow things down. Let's make our way onto our back. So just coming onto your back here, feel free to keep your feet planted, knees bent. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. And so whenever you're ready, start to take an inhale, root down through the feet. And an exhale, lift the hips to any amount, finding your bridge pose. Take another inhale here. And then exhale, just slowly lowering the hips, but think about coming back down vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow, let your hips be the last thing that meets the mat. So again, just really making this movement slow and meditative like. Inhale, push into the feet, push your low back into the mat. Exhale, lift your hips, nice and slow. Take your inhale, and then exhale, slowly let the spine ripple on down. Just notice all of those sensation and feeling down the spine, all the way into the pelvis as it tilts. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, push into the feet. Exhale, lift the hips whenever you're ready. Take your inhale here, and exhale whenever you're ready, coming all the way down. Let's take a pause here with the hips down on the mat. Hug in the right knee towards the chest. Extend the left leg long down your mat. Now with your left hand, we're going to drape over that right knee. Bring that right knee across the left leg. Find a one knee supine twist. My right arm is just reaching out to a T, but feel free to have it more overhead, getting more of a stretch up into the upper arms and the armpit area. Relaxing the entire back of your body as much as you can. So there's going to be parts and pieces that are not meeting your mat, but see if you can allow a little bit of release on any parts there. So maybe just letting the shoulder blades relax and be heavy. Letting the right leg be heavy, so trying not to hold on to anything or grip. And on your next inhale, we're going to start to roll onto our back, bring in that right knee towards the chest, hugging the left knee as well. So maybe a little side to side sway. Feel free to even circle the knees using your hands. And then we'll keep this left knee hugged in towards the chest. Extend the right leg long down your mat. Just get a feel for any sensation there. And we'll wrap the right knee, or wrap the right hand around the left knee. Draw that left knee across the right leg. And then any arm variation. So left arm can come out to a T, maybe more up into this V shape. And see if you can allow this shape to be more passive. So letting go of any tension that you might be holding on to. Seeing if you can relax a little bit more. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift this left knee, come onto your back again. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Maybe you pick up the head and draw yourself into a little ball. And then just relaxing the head on back. Let your feet come down to the floor. And then rolling onto your side, using your hand to bring you back up into an upright position to any seat. Cross-legged, back onto the heels. It's enough to allow you to close down the eyes a moment. Maybe bring hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in through the nose, maybe an open mouth exhale. Sigh it out. So just take this moment to check in. Notice how you're feeling overall. Notice how your mind is feeling, quality of your breath. And so to close out this practice, feel free to bring those hands to heart center if they're not already. Take an inhale and an exhale. And until next time, namaste.